Live on MLB Network, this is Game 3 of the League Championship Series. It's Game 3 of the AL Championship Series between the Detroit Tigers and the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian welcoming you to our exclusive postseason coverage on MLB Network. With me is Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac. And Dan, lots to talk about here as we get ready for Game 3.
You know, I think the phrase must win is overused in sports. But even though this isn't an elimination game, it does sort of feel like a must win. Doesn't matter what sport you're talking about. If you go down 3-0 in any series, you're fighting nearly an impossible uphill battle. Feels like the series kind of rides on this game right here. All right,
the stage is set. The starters get their final tosses in out in the bullpen, and we've got a good one in store for you, folks. Play-by-play is coming up next. Getting close to first pitch here. Let's listen in to public address announcer Alex Miniak.
And now, your 2023 Los Angeles Angels.
Quickly now, we'll look at the two guys who'll get the ball here in Game 3. With that, let's get you a look at the starting 9 for the Tigers. Danny, any thoughts?
Well, Matty, they got to love the production they're getting out of the leadoff spot right now. You can bet the opposition spent a decent amount of time crafting a game plan to stop this guy, because as he goes, so goes the team. You stop him, you've got a chance to win. You don't, you're probably going to lose.
Chuck Finley will do the pitching in Game 3 of the series. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, you don't see a lot of guys that have 5 pitches, right? Sometimes it's hard to master even 2 or 3. But if you can master 5 like he has, he'll be in pretty good shape.
Time for a look at the Angels on defense. And you talk about fitting a profile for a right fielder. Big surprise who brings the absolute bazooka to the game today. That is the right fielder. Don't look for anyone to test this guy.
What's the play ball?
Batting fourth, the left fielder, Davis Birch.
Here's the first pitch to him. First pitch is a changeup for a called strike. In his career, Birch has collected just over 150 home runs in his big league days. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Line towards center field. Catch made in center. Here comes the runner from third. The run comes across to score, and they jump ahead 1-0.
Got his job done there and made it look pretty simple. Got it into the outfield to bring home the first run of the game and pick up the RBI.
Leading off the inning, Money Mitchell, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Hey, we're still in the early stages of this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
Here's the 0-1. That's lifted the other way out to left. Birch is right there, and he's got it for the first out. So stepping in,
Now
Davis Birch.
left fielder, Davis Birch.
Here comes the first pitch. And here's a called strike at the knees. Don't think he liked that one too much, but it's 0-1. Here's a little chopper up the middle. He's got to hurry. Throw just in time as he was flying down the line that time. And with 2 away now, let's give you a look at what's happening in the National League Championship Series, as they've got a good one brewing over there as well. Now at the plate, Davis Birch. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. First pitch of the at-bat. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball.
He's certainly giving up plenty of hits in this one, but the funny thing is he hasn't walked anyone yet. That tells me he's throwing strikes, but he's just not throwing enough quality strikes.
The 1-0 home. Line down the left field line, but this is foul near the seats. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. The 1-2. Now a shot toward the gap in left center. This will kick up against the wall now. And they're going to hold him to a single here as they do a nice job of getting it back in quickly. And time will be called here as the pitching coach heads out to the mound and hopefully try and settle this guy down a bit. Here comes the Angels manager now as he makes the slow walk toward the mound. And he's going to motion for his bullpen here. That'll do it for the starter tonight. So he'll make his way to the dugout after working just 4 1/3, and he just didn't have his best stuff in this one. Freddie Ferrero enters to make an appearance on the mound as he inherits a runner at first with 1 out in the inning.
Freddie Ferrero.
Roger Dorn will be the first to greet him here as he'll stand in with a runner at first and 1 away.
Roger
Birch, base runner at first with 1 out. High in the air out to center field. Norton is under it. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. Now at the plate, Anthony Hart. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Anthony Hart.
Runner goes for second. Strike taken, the throw. And he'll be tagged out at second base. Trying to get into scoring position, but instead the inning is over. Another look at the throwdown that results in a 3rd out on the bases. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. And now for the Angels, Alvin Davis comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. 1 run on 3 hits and no errors to this point for the Angels. Here's a weakly hit fly ball off to the left side, and he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now. Digging in and looking for more, Davis Birch. He singled his last time up.
Birch.
Here's the first pitch to him. Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out.
The pitcher has to find a way to minimize damage here. Maybe take 2 outs for 1 run. Who cares? Get a double play, pop up, strikeout, something to get you back in this inning.
A swing and a shot hit down the corner. Gone! It's a grand slam. So one swing, and he unloads the bases on that one. His first homer so far in the series as they've pushed this lead up to 9 now.
Yeah, you've heard the saying, stuck between a rock and a hard place. Well, that was the case here. Bases loaded, facing the best power hitter in the lineup, and he showed why he is so feared. He knocked it out of here.
Next for the Tigers,
Now
Davis Birch.
The left fielder, Davis Birch.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Not close with that one. It's way above the strike zone. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this, it's clear that the pitchers need to start making better pitches.
Yeah, just great approach. No one really chased today. Really stayed staunch on their ability to get that pitcher to come into the heart of the plate, and they did damage with it.
Strout, the runner at third. Garcia at second. Sierra on at first with 2 down. And he's a little too high with that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Well, when the pressure starts to intensify, it often feels like the strike zone gets harder and harder to hit. This is a big spot here.
The 2-1 home. Rounded down the third baseline. But this will be a foul ball as that evens things at 2-2. He's set. Here's the 2-2. I tried to backdoor him there, but it's a full count now. 3-2. Roger Dorn would be next. The 3-2 pitch.
Right here,
Swing
on the
and
back.
a chopper down the first baseline. But this will get foul, so they'll do it again. 3-2. The next 3-2. A bouncer up the middle. Fielded cleanly. Throw on to first, and the Tigers wind up with nothing as the inning is over. A couple of walks, but no damage. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. Striding in to start the 9th, Paplo Garcia, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Paplo Garcia.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Birch is there, 1 away.
You might think it's just another win, but it's awfully hard to win in this game, especially on the road. But they find a way to get it done, and they should be very happy with this performance.
And there's no better time of year to come up big for your team than in the postseason, and that's exactly what this man did. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, no time like the postseason to come through and lift your team to victory. He was certainly a big factor here, and it was pretty cool to see.
This one ends with a 10-5 score. The Tigers now trail 2-1 in this league championship series. Eric Dove pitches well enough to get the W. So that'll put a wrap on things here this evening. For my partners Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and Heidi Watney, this is Matt Vasgersian. This has been a special presentation of MLB Network. Good night, everybody.